Let me tell y'all something. When you got God in your life, when you got an anointing on your life, and you are blessed and highly favored by the Most High, you cannot be around everybody and you cannot take everybody with you. Most of the people that you love are going to have to stay behind on your journey because they just do not have the capacity to go through what you're about to go through. They do not have the level of open mindedness and understanding and wisdom that it takes to get to the next level that you would be going to. And when God gives you a purpose and gives you a vision, you should not waste it because of the influence of human relationships around you. You have to remember that God comes first above everything in life. We all come from God. So to worship a relationship with somebody else as more important than your relationship with God is a sin. Because that's not what you were made for. That's not what your purpose and your destiny was made for. That's not what you were created for. So when you start recognizing that you have a calling, when you get that feeling in you that you have something that you're supposed to do with your life that has meaning, and in order for you to make that come to fruition and happen, you have to live a certain kind of way. You won't be able to do certain things, and certain things you will have to do, such as being honest and being upfront and telling the truth even when it hurts sometimes. You have to be willing to be that person and understand that it's not nice to be that person sometimes, because people will hate you. They will envy you, they will be jealous of you, they will be insecure around you, they will be intimidated by you. And it's not that you're a threat, it's just your nature, it's your calling, because that's who you were made to be. So, I've been noticing this in my own life. Every time that I start to become depressed or just unhappy, it's because I've allowed people into my life that are not supposed to be in my life. And it's not that they're bad people, it's just that they're not meant for me. Not with the purpose that I have, not with the glory that I'm receiving. They cannot be beside me while I receive my glory. And if I continue to choose them over my calling, I will miss my calling. I will miss the window of opportunity I have to live the life that was really destined for me. And this is how people end up, growing old and growing up and having so many regrets, is because when they had the instinct and the intuition to let go of certain things, they kept holding on. You have to be willing to let go. You have to be willing to be alone. You have to be willing to make those sacrifices. You have to be willing to be emotionally uncomfortable sometimes. Sometimes you have to feel bad in order to feel good afterwards. Sometimes you have to feel the sadness of the situation to fully get its meaning and how much it actually means to you to do what you're doing. Sometimes you have to go through all of that. Sometimes you have to feel left out. Sometimes you have to feel outcasted. Sometimes you do have to feel misunderstood, because most likely you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. But remember that you have something greater than you and greater than us all that's on your side. And that's what you're living for. A legacy. Something that you can leave behind to the world and to your children. Being that one-of-a-kind person that they don't get to meet every day. The person that showed them the right way. That's a blessing. And it can also be a curse sometimes, because you get persecuted. But it is a blessing. Your soul, your spirit remains free. It remains intact. And you are given the blessing of discernment and being able to read through people. Being able to have full understanding of yourself and forgiveness of yourself. And that's so important in order for you to have a clear conscience. So always be aware of how you feel in every situation. And be aware of how the people around you are making you feel. Even if their words sound good, still trust the feeling over the words.